Okay, so going through sort of the questions that you gave us and just starting with the first one of why I said yes to the academy. I kind of alluded it to before, but I remember being in the SCAR course and Erin presented to the group that she was thinking of this mentorship, and I loved the idea right then and there, because I did want sort of that collaboration and connection to be a part of it so that I could grow with other people and with confidence. I have for sure an underlying um limiting belief with myself when it comes to education. It's a mixed feeling for me because over the years, you can remember moments in like grade 7 when the teacher's like, this person didn't do a good job, and I have those memories in my mind. And so even when I went to massage school, I was 30 and I was scared. I was like, I don't know if I can learn. Like, I'm not sure. I've been told most of my life I can't. I'm dyslexic, all those kind of things. Um, and so saying yes to it was sort of what I alluded to before, was that this was a different way to learn. And I do learn so much more from other people, and having that space to be able to talk one-to-one with Erin, the accountability buddies, and as a group collectively. So that sort of goes into the next question of what I was struggling with. It was sort of that mindset. I'd also been sort of in a dark path on my own from recovering from a concussion and not sure what or how I was going to be or what was permanent. And it's amazing to see what you can do with shifting that mindset and that support. And I think that I really notice it even within the practice of being able to sort of hold that space to heal, just because I really felt the pressure in the last 2 years to heal and get better and be faster. And that productivity pressure that we put on ourselves and that perfectionism that we put on ourselves on how we have to be was really, really strong. So it was really nice to come into this feminine energy that we've talked about and be given the opportunity to teach some classes with you guys, which is something that I've been interested in doing. But again, there's that confidence piece. So yeah, I was just excited to step into that role and be part of the mentorship. And also kudos to all of you guys, because I'm watching all of you put yourself out there, and it's been really, really neat to see, like, oh, that person updated their cover page, or that person put themselves out there, or the brochures are ready. And it's just so great to see everybody thriving with that, and you feel it more throughout, like as a community, rather than just being like, yay, just me. I think we can feel really alone in our profession, and it's sort of a thing that they don't talk about in school as much, as like, you are often working on your own. And so it's really nice to have that team. So yeah. And then I think for key takeaways, I think sometimes there's moments where you'd be doing a treatment or even just like an intake form, and you're like, oh, we just talked about this and it's happening. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is so applicable. And that was so cool. Like, even with the last course that I just attended, the full day on the cancer, I had my first client bring in her full medical report, and it was so cool to be able to read through it and to be able to sort of take it in, rather than just being like, oh, this is an 11-page report, I don't even know. So having that confidence was really great as well. Growing as an RMT, I've grown so much, but also just as a person. And I have experienced realizing that a lot of my identity was with being an RMT. And having that taken away from me for the last 2 years, but then stepping back into it and actually feeling the Kirsten rather than being like, I'm an RMT, because I almost felt like my identity had to be worthy enough for the fact that I had those 3 letters behind my name. But now I feel more, I don't know, I just feel more like the Kirsten is a part of this, and I'm excited to connect with the community. And yes, I'm still a professional, but there's more good juiciness within what I'm offering, and it feels really great. And yeah, that leads into the changes that I've noticed, which is the confidence, holding the space, having really intentional mindset in my practice, feeling confident enough to be like, yeah, okay, we're going to put together this letter. It's going to go to these surgeons. And actually the surgeons are contacting us. And that's really amazing, to feel that. I think I'd be like kind of freaking out about writing a surgeon. And it's not that I'm not still a little bit, but I have much more confidence to do that. And it's been amazing to have Jen in my clinic too, Jen Ridout, with us doing this together. We both have said how great it is to be on this journey together. And I think that's just, yeah, it's really special that Jen came into my life at this time and that we're both doing this. It's really great. And yeah, all my intentions have definitely been fulfilled, what we talked about. And I think what I would say to myself, if I was going back to the beginning, I would just say, you kind of, I can't remember who said it. Oh, I think it was Amanda who said, like, I feel smart. It's like, I do too. And you can learn, and there's lots of different ways to learn. And you're smart enough and you're good enough and you're meant to be here. You're on the right path. And so just follow it. And sometimes life gives you lemons and then you turn it into lemonade. So that's me.